Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another Pokemon Platinum playthrough episode. That is a mouthful, and I didn't realize how much of a mouthful it was until I just said it. And I probably said it a couple other times throughout this, but it didn't seem like such a mouthful until just then for some reason. I don't know if it was just the combination of the words I said. Maybe it was different, but we are diving here through the rest of our Pokemon Platinum playthrough. This is not a Nuzlocke or anything like that. We're just enjoying Gen 4 as it was, not randomized, anything like that, as we're challenging our rival. Well, his name's Barry in the game, but we called him Roy because Roy was our boy, and that was the most creative name I could think of at the time for our rival. But either way, as we try to take this man down, like I said, this is just a generic playthrough. Nothing's been randomized, nothing crazy with this. The only things that I can do with this game at all is use speed up. And, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could do, like, walk through walls, glitches, and stuff. But not going to touch any of those except for maybe speed up here and there. Like I said, just kind of enjoying the game as it was meant because I never played Gen 4. However, after doing this, after completing this series now and everything like that, because technically the face cam that you're seeing right here takes place after these recordings, I definitely want to do Gen 5 and 6, which are two other generations I've never played before, as either randomizers or a co-op or some kind of a series that makes it a little bit more challenging and, I don't know, make it feel just a little bit more, I don't know, interactive. Like, I mean, I love playing the Pokemon Platinum playthrough, don't get me wrong, but I think it would have been even more crazy or more maybe enjoyable for myself to have some kind of a challenge with it. But I did enjoy the experience that I had playing Gen 4. Definitely want to dive into more of it. Definitely will do some randomizers of it here soon. Definitely want to see more into this game and experiencing it more and learn it, because obviously, like I said, never played Gen 4 before until this, these recordings. So definitely want to see more of it. I know how much love there is for Gen 4, so I wanted to kind of see everything there is to know about it. And like I said, by probably doing some randomizers and diving into it a little bit more so when I just have some free time, definitely will help me admire it a bit more, because right now I would probably, if I had to rank Gen 4, I would say it goes Gen 2 or the Gen 2 remakes, whatever you want to say. I mean, both of them are like kind of right together. I love Gen 2 because you can play Gen 1 inside of it. Gen 3 for sure is up there. And then just first generic playthrough wise, I would say Gen 4, Gen 7 is right now how I'm thinking. Gen 1 I love too. Gen 1's kind of mixed in that whole group as well. I could kind of flip 4 and 1 back and forth. Gen 1 was my first game. I love all like the Gen 1 Pokemon. I'm big kind of a, I don't want to say Gen 1er because I love multiple generations. I love different type of Pokemon, but I still have my love and nostalgia for Gen 1. So I would say it's kind of a tie between this one and that one. Gen 1's got a lot of just fluky stuff that doesn't help it a lot, but it does make it fun as well. And it's still challenging and everything like that. So I don't know. I can definitely see him going either way. I don't know why I kind of forgot Gen 1 on that ranking list, but my gut says put Gen 4 a tad above just because of how it plays. But like I said, my only negatives to Gen 4 so far have been the speed of it. It does kind of run a little slow. And like I said, just trying to figure out where to go. It is a big, giant map, and I want to kind of see all the areas that we can explore. Obviously, Gen 1 I know pretty dang well. I'd say probably about 80 to 90% of Gen 1 I know. I think the only things I don't know are, like, the hidden items and maybe certain, like, movesets of stuff. But, Gen 4, I didn't get to explore 100% of the map. My main thing was trying to get to the champion, beat Cynthia. Didn't get to explore any of the post-game, anything like that. In this game yet. I am glad though that I chose Platinum, but it does make me excited to do either Diamond or Pearl randomizer of this game here some point soon on the channel history once we get things flowing. And that's what I was going to also talk about today in this episode is, yes, we are going to try to get back into doing more live series. Right now we only have one live series going on the channel, and that is our Kingdom Hearts 2 playthrough, which is coming near an end. And we want to get back into our stream grind and our video grind. We're doing pretty well at keeping a good kind of consistent basis now that we've got everything a little bit back together. But it's still a little bit slow, but we're making it to where, because I know our plan was obviously all of August to be daily, but then everything fell under with a lot of just different either technical issues or things that shut down or whatever. And then September, we're like, okay, if we can make it all up, we'll make September even crazier. And that's what we were saying to you guys, and I know that. And then We lost like a bunch of footage due to a corrupted computer. I had to get a whole new computer. Ended up getting rid of a lot of things that I personally own due to different circumstances, which I don't go into anymore really too much. If you have questions, you can ask, but otherwise I don't talk too much into it. But either way, but after figuring all that out, it just obviously got to like midpoint September, and we were just kind of maybe doing at best 3 videos a week. So we want to get, like I said, things flowing to where it's near daily, get the streams to where they're working and everything, because that's been the biggest setback for us, has been trying to work with like Streamlabs and different live platforms to be able to bring more content and help not only bring stuff out for you guys and help our growth, but just kind of make us feel better that we can enjoy more things and do more things here on the YouTube thing, on the YouTube platform, whatever you want to call this. As we're trying to make our way through this gym puzzle. This was an interesting gym puzzle. It felt a little bit obviously easier than the punching bag gym puzzle. I don't know. But it was still fun. It was definitely a fun gym puzzle to go through this one. Definitely did enjoy battling this gym leader as well. But I was running around a lot. I know that. I haven't also figured out like who my favorite person to fight in this was. I definitely loved battling Cynthia. I see all the hype for Cynthia now that I've taken her on. She is a big challenge, so I definitely get it, how she's one of the top trainers in this. But I was trying to figure out like who else did I really like from this, and I hadn't figured that answer just yet because I've obviously only played it one time. But maybe as I play it more, we'll figure out who else I kind of enjoy playing against in Gen 4. Giratina was another good challenge. I loved facing against Giratina. In the distortion world, that was a big tricky mess that I had to figure out, but we won't try to spoil too much as we're not even there yet. Right now we're still working through our gym badges and trying to progress forward to keep the story flowing and get to Miss Cynthia, to get our championship banner or whatever you want to call it. So we try to make these episodes anywhere between the shortest of 30 minutes to the longest of 50 or so, because we want to keep them kind of a good flow and everything like that. And I know I mentioned this coming as a live series, and we still want to do that. It's just, like I said, just trying to get that PC completely set up to do so, and we can get the art back at the face cam in the right spot that's not down here with all the controller icons and all that I have to use right now through my screen recorder on my phone. But yeah, get it to where we can actually do it on our true emulation system on my PC, have the face cam and the art and everything that we got and the badges and the question of the day and everything that we had back in the early part of the series when we were getting finally on our feet, before then it kind of got swept under it. But anyway, we won't talk too much more into that. Also, hopefully going into, well, no, you know what? No, I'm not going to say hopefully. No more hopefullys, no more whatever. No, we're going to be what we should be. No, we're going to have our intro moments back. We're going to have our editing back, everything like that. I know, like I said, these ones have been more vanilla, whatever, and that's probably what this rest of this Pokemon Platinum playthrough will be, just more vanilla style until we go live, obviously, and those obviously can't be edited, but it'll look a little bit better. But the next Pokemon series to come to the channel that is not live will be with the intro moments and high editing and everything like that, now that we have all that figured out. But I think our next Pokemon series will be that live Leaf Green series, and then the next Pokemon series after that will be the Wheel of Challenges series, and that'll be just one where we have to figure out if we want it live or not, because I do want that interaction from people to add extra challenges on the wheel and everything. Then I don't even remember, I think I'm in the upper hundreds of challenges on that giant wheel. Maybe it's not even that much, I don't know. I know it's up there in numbers of challenges I keep adding from different, either getting ideas from creators that have done either like master modes or challenge things or different lock types that help me input a little bit more different challenges. I'll see things as I'm playing through. I'm like, oh, there's an idea. And then things that other creators have done with other games that I feel like maybe could relate with the wheel in a sense to make it more challenging. So, as my home team is basically dead here, I'm just now realizing. But it's all good, like I said, no Nuzlocke, so it doesn't matter if we, have some struggles here. We can always heal back up our team and try to keep moving forward. Although I do think our Infernape is pretty broken because he just kind of keeps staying alive. And if you ever see this pop up, what I just did, it means either the game has frozen or things have been giving issues. This, the way I have to use this on my phone does work through a weird funky system that does give a lot of weird kinks where I have to make cuts and different stuff, and I know that happens, I'm pretty sure, in this episode, where I'll either just stop working, freeze, and then I have to either just like load into a safe state or whatever, and then it works going forward. But like I said, once I get the computer stuff, everything will work hunky-dory, and we can continue moving, nicely forward. Because like obviously with our our Pokemon Red series, we were great with like editing and everything like that. I mean, it wasn't like the best of best series, comparing to other, PokeTubers and stuff, but we want to get at least somewhat close back to that, as we are just now fainting and going back to the Pokemon Center because, rip us. But it's all good. We can dive right back into the gym, do more of the puzzle again, which probably reset if I had to guess. Yep. But yeah, no, like there's so much that we're wanting to do, get flowing again and not have anything happen. And if things were to happen, I know a lot of you are so understanding of anything, and I appreciate every single one of you that have stuck through us and been on our side through everything and understanding of it all. It really means a lot to us. Yeah, to know, like, even if things were to happen, we have something to guarantee. And that's what I was really striving for with back in August, was I was doing a lot of like different bulk recording stuff, and that's actually when I was recording all this back in the day, because I was planning it as a live series type thing that I would be instantly reacting with. But like I said, everything that kind of fell apart, then I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? And I don't know, it could have been definitely faster than what it was. I could have probably found some other way once I realized how I could add face cam and everything like that I'm doing like right now, but this series could have definitely been flowing a little bit better. But it's been all a great learning experience on how we can become a better content creator. And you know what? Everybody probably has those hiccups and different struggles they face throughout their time that we all will learn from and get better. And we can look back on this and be like, oh yeah, that's what happened to us back in the day. And now we're going to be, depending on where we are in that time, looking back and be like, look at what we do now. And hopefully that's how it will be. Because that's what we want to strive to be, is a great content creator, to entertain you guys, have a good place to chat and talk to one another, help one another, grow together, and just support one another. I just feel like that is the good thing to do here on our channel. So that's what we love doing. So as we try to level up our Alexio. I also didn't nickname a lot of the Pokemon in this series because obviously I didn't have a lot of the quote-unquote fan interaction for this series planned, so I chose to go with the non-nickname route, unlike my Pokemon Red series and other series that I have done where I have nicknamed people, like Omega Ruby and what was the other one I did? I don't even remember the other one I did. Where I'll nickname after anybody that leaves comments or anything like that. So that's another thing we'll be bringing back as well. It's just so much more interaction to give you guys so many different ways you can be a part of the series and everything like that. Because like I said, I know we talked about this, I think last episode or something, that the only negative to the bulk recording thing is that it's less like interactive. So like if I bulk record 3 episodes, that's 3 episodes I can't react to maybe something that was said in the first episode or something like that, and that's not what I want to do. I want to have as close to near when we recorded it going up to the channel, so we can see the feedback and then add it to that next video that we do and get that type of a thing going. Oh, Luxio, you can't live worth a bleh. It's a poor guy. I always love just like mixing them around, like, yeah, maybe this guy will do something miraculously, and they won't. Like, that's what I usually do right now, like Bidoof and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna try. One hit. Maybe they'll get 1 piece of damage off that, can do something to hurt this Gyarados. I know it's Gyarados, but I wanted to say something unique. Comes a waterfall straight to the face, and look, it's a crit, so therefore he dies. A lot of fainting this episode for sure. But it's all good. It's all good. We got to make some mistakes. We might need to grind up here, but if that happens, that happens. But I'm always up for a challenge, and if I have to grind, I have to grind. this gym leader, if I remember correctly, because I know there's a gym leader, maybe it's in a different generation, that's named Crasher Wake, but maybe it's a different generation, but that's what I want to say this guy's name was, but maybe not. I can't remember. I don't remember like anybody except for Cynthia and Barry. And who else is in this game? Dawn, Professor Rowan. I remember those. I should probably remember the gym leaders. I should probably at least remember one gym leader, but I don't. I'm a professional PokeTuber, it's okay. Not really. Do a fancy save state here, just that way if I lose I can just go right to the save state and jump right back in here and try again. This makes it easier than the whole teleporting to the Pokemon Center, having to do the puzzle and everything like that. Here comes the Gyarados with the Intimidate. And he's dead. Poor Luxio, he just can't ever do a thing. Here we go with an Intimidate of our own, back at him. The crits are real though in this so far. I literally feel like a bunch of people just kept getting critted on this time. And then I'm pretty sure I just keep tail whipping, hoping that like when I use a move on Gyarados with my Infernape, he will just basically die. But these guys literally never stand a chance, but go Infernape, let's do stuff. A Mach Punch, which does literally nothing. I should have realized he was probably not very effective on Mr. Gyarados. I don't know why I keep calling him that, but it just seems fitting now. If I realized Flame Wheel was going to do this much damage, I would have used it from the start, but I just didn't realize it at the time. Here comes a Quagsire. And down goes Infernape again. I don't even know if I had revived during this or not. Lick, Togepi does a whole whopping 1 damage probably there. And we go out of a usable Pokemon. And I know here is probably where I make that jump cut to the next bit, just trying to take down the gym leader, or maybe grinding. I can't remember. It's been a while. We'll find out here very soon once I jump back into the episode. I know it's going to happen here soon. It's going to happen. I feel it. What I tell you, I knew it was going to cut. I just felt it in my soul that it was going to cut. But here we are back at Mr. Gym Leader here. Well, I should probably actually read his name. We're going to do some team switching around, get this stuff set up to where we can maybe succeed and beat this man. I think we can do it without any extra grinding, but maybe we'll need grinding. We'll figure out as we continue trying to beat this man. It is Crasher Wake. Okay, thank goodness I was getting his name right. So we're going to probably try to just set up with some tail whips, if I guess. And we flinch. Okay. Gonna just go ahead and try to refresh here and try to get rid of that flinch here. Am I cheating? Is this cheating? It's just a playthrough, guys. Doesn't matter. Hey, look, an advertisement. Hi, advertisement. We love you. Not. It's okay. It's okay. We gotta deal with what we are, given. If we can get rid of the flinches, have everything go well, we can beat Mr. Wake. If not, we'll grind. I know what happens, but I'm trying to seem like I don't know what happens. Down goes Luxio. Send out Mr. Asmoril because I forgot to send him out in the beginning. Rollout does literally nothing, and we flinch again. Again. Waterfall knocks down Azrael, whatever. No, Azrael's the baby, I'm pretty sure. Go for close combat. And die to a single waterfall again. Staravia gets off the Intimidate, which probably would have helped if I sent him out. I can see the smart plays that I should have made right now as I'm watching it back. Should have gone for a Flame Wheel with Infernape. It would have done more damage, and then probably a more normal attack with... actually, I probably should have sent out Staravia to lower his attack to weaken down Waterfall, then do some damage with Staravia. the tail whips with, well, no, because tail whip wouldn't matter because fire is special. But either way, there's a lot more smarter strategies that I could have done against this Gyarados. So you know what? We're going to go grind, because grinding is smart. Bye, Crasher Wake. I don't want to see you again. Not really, I don't mind, but we're going to probably go do some grinding, and that'll probably be the rest of this clip here, is going to be us grinding it out to hopefully beat that gym leader and continue moving along in the story. I know there's some trainers around here we have not fought that will give us some good experience that will help us out in the long run. Also, for those that, I know I probably didn't mention this, no, I know I didn't mention this earlier, that might be wondering, this recording is technically taking place before the Pokemon Quest recording. So if you guys watched Pokemon Quest before this and now watching this one, technically this recording takes place before Pokemon Quest, but I know I'm about to record Pokemon Quest as well after this, so I'm excited to keep that series going as well, but this one will post after Pokemon Quest. It just kind of makes it a little bit easier for me to do it that way. He ingrains with his roots, but we're just going to go for a Flame Wheel, which should probably... Oh, wow, it didn't one-shot it. I thought it was going to one-shot for how high of a level we are. Go for another Flame Wheel, and now it dies. Luxio. Hey, we have one of those. Should I fight it with my own? Yeah, we'll go to Staravia, which I know is weak to Luxio, but so far I've not seen a Luxio do much. And we can do some switch training anyway. Oh, here comes a Swagger. That's great. Let's not hit ourselves in confusion. That'll be great. We don't. Good job, Mr. Infernape. You know how to do it. So yeah, like I said, we'll just probably try to battle some of the trainers along this route. Do some switch training, grinding, whatever we need to get up some levels to defeat Crasher Wake and continue moving along in the story. Going forward to get our way to Cynthia. Like I said, I know how all these episodes turn out because these were recorded almost a couple months ago, but I just lost the ability to use my PC after it was completely wiped and shut down and things were no longer working on it. I had to get a whole new PC, which has come in, but just trying to keep these flowing for right now until I get 100% of the PC set up and 100% ready to go before I start bringing stuff to that. So that's why the series right now you're seeing are more along this lines where they have weird layouts or whatever. But hopefully by next week on that, before the start of October, we can have art back, have question of the day, have all the beautiful stuff we had at the start of this series going forward. So let's go ahead and mark through. Like I said earlier, if anybody maybe just kind of didn't hear me say, if you see any of those kind of like clip endings or me pressing different buttons, it's because either something had crashed or something had come up to where I had to stop the recording and then I continue it later. So obviously this one took place later at night at one point in time. So interesting little note there. And we're stuck in mud. We're going for a mud bath. Okay, I literally cannot move out of said mud bath. How do you get out of these things? I'm trying to commentate like I was back when I was doing this. But, I don't know. How do I do these? Like, it's like, do I lie and act like I'm doing it right now and not? But when I know, like, what happens. You know, it's just a weird dynamic. That's why I don't like I said about the pre-recording aspect. It's just how this one had to work for right now. But, you know, future things we have going forward, we will make better and not have this kind of happen. To where the commentary is a little weird. But I don't mind weird commentary. I'm a weirdo. I like being a weird guy. Hope you guys like weird people because I'm definitely weird. Aren't we all a little weird? I guess that's true too. I guess it's almost like a little bit not normal not to have something, a weird quirk, is it the word? Little weird thing about yourself. Everybody's kind of got one almost, it seems like. Hey, look, it's my wife. Shout out to my wife. She, looks like she was on a break or something, it looks like. Always love when her name pops up. Obviously, this records my whole phone screen. I know I can put on Do Not Disturb, but I want to make sure sometimes that I am. knowing what is going on in the outside world. I am a father, I am a husband, we have normal life stuff that goes on, so I have to kind of pay attention to my phone every now and then. Quagsire. I was trying to think, actually, when I was doing this recording, I was trying to think, because obviously, people have, their favorite Pokemon and, the Pokemon that they're less so whatever about, and I was trying to really think about who my least favorite Pokemon was, and I still haven't figured it out. What I need to probably do is some point sit down with the Pokedex in front of me and do, kind of a faux tier list in a sense, but just kind of rank them out of the Pokemon and figure out who probably is my least favorite, because I don't know, a lot of Pokemon I just enjoy, and even once I figure it out, obviously, knowing right now with my mindset, I'm going to be well, yeah, I'm saying it's my least favorite, but that doesn't mean necessarily I just dislike it. Apparently just, wasn't better than all the rest of them. Like I said, right now I can't think of what Pokemon I just was oh God, I can't stand that Pokemon or don't like that Pokemon or anything like that. For those that maybe don't know, my favorite Pokemon is Charizard. To be ultra specific, I like Charizard Wise Mega the most. I just like that design that they added to the Charizard that I already loved. I love their shinies on both of them, regular Charizard and the Mega Charizard Y. They just look sick. They look very dragony. I do love Charizard X as well, but Y I like a lot better. But Charizard's definitely up there in my number one spot for Pokemon, and then Pokemon, whatever. I don't care about pronunciations. No, I do care. But yeah, I don't know. I would definitely have to kind of sit down and figure out, who my favorites are, who my top 5 is, and or who would be my top 5, and then who would be in the bottom. I don't know. It'd just be interesting to figure it out, so that way I can't answer the question of who, certain Pokemon of either types or just how they rank and everything like that. And maybe I'll bring that into a video format as well, just talking about that. So probably tomorrow, which will be Thursday, Friday, I don't know, I've lost track of days, but either way will be our next vlog recording, which, like I said, it will be the actual normal vlog style that most people kind of go off, where they have a kind of a mix of B-roll and the actual vlog itself. So what we've been trying to plan on doing is video gaming in unique places. That's going to be kind of like the vlog theme, if I can do it. So what I want to try to do is go to the places like Walmart, Best Buy, Target, what else? There's a couple others that have gaming stations that are set up in the stores to promote games and play some different games there for a couple minutes, just to kind of be hey, let's just play some games in unique places, and just kind of we're going through the store, having fun time, trying some new games maybe we just don't own or don't have or heard about, and we can try out demos or whatever for a few minutes. And I think it'll just be a fun little thing that I've not really seen anybody do before. So, and if it has, then I apologize if you have done that, but it's just something I haven't personally seen, but I guess it has been something I've looked for. I'm going to go ahead and take off my glasses so that glare's not there. Sometimes it bugs me with the glare and I just need to put my contacts in, but every now and then it's just simpler just to whip on some glasses, and just maybe I should also get no glare glasses if I'm going to be that picky about my contacts. But yeah, no, that'll be the next vlog, is that as our Staravia is going to evolve into a Staraptor. Heard a lot about this Pokemon. Never used a Staraptor, but I've heard so much about Staraptor, and he's learning close combat, which I know is one of its signature moves. Not really signature moves, but one of the moves it's known for to use in its moveset. So definitely going to probably teach him close combat. I know I have it on Infernape, I believe, is the other one I have close combat on. So back to the vlog thing, as we'll kind of maybe do the B-roll shots of either the driving or the walking around the store to that area, and maybe just some good music and different things to kind of relate to the beat, and then we'll play some different ones. I might also incorporate some other gaming areas. Like I said, I want to try to stick to just straight video gaming. It's not like arcade gaming or anything like that. So I know there's an arcade place where you can play some of the Pac-Man games with stuff like that, and obviously there's the places that have the Wheel of Fortune or whatever, where you can play for tickets and stuff like that. I don't know I can't remember what those are called anymore off the top of my head, but or Chuck E. Cheese or whatever, where I could go and do those type of games. But I kind of want to stick right now for strictly video games, and maybe that'll be something we can do down the road as some other off-brand gaming for another vlog idea or video idea in a sense. But I think it'll just be a fun one, just to go around Walmart's, Targets, Best Buys, and play some games that we haven't played before and mix it in a vlog and have some fun and just see how it goes over. I don't know. And if you guys have any ideas for vlogs or things you'd like to see, let me know. I definitely always love any ideas, whether it be about vlogging, video gaming, or just anything in general. I'm always open to ideas. Because only other one I could think of to do with that vlog is going to like a gaming center. Like we have a place where you can go into and like rent games or rent a system and play inside there, and play with those systems, whatever you're renting for that day, and play inside the building and do whatever. Not like your family video or where you can bring it home. Like, no, it's actually at that place that you play there and you're able to use their stuff and only play inside their building. That'd be the only other area I could think to go, but at the same point that would just cost more money, I feel like, than just, going to a Best Buy or whatever and playing somewhat for free in a sense. I wish, because I know back in the day one of them did where you could test out like the VR and everything like that. That would be kind of fun to do too, but it's all good. We'll work with whatever is presented to us at the, at the stores and whatever. I know a lot of them have gotten rid of some of that because of the whole kind of strike against gaming and everything like that, because they think I can see there are some points of why people think it can be resorted to violence and things like that, but I think it's more so of different people's environments. Yes, I get how some games can be violent and can maybe lead to someone to thinking that way, but there's so much in gaming that helps connect people and everything like that. I mean, me as a YouTuber, whatever, the people that influenced me are Pokemon gamers and whatever that I've watched, and I feel like everybody's just in this tight knit that we're all we're gonna help each other and we're gonna help figure out this life thing and hopefully find other people that can help us and just have a good time. So I don't know, I feel like that's what gaming has done for me and these people, and I haven't seen the violent side of the games that I have done, so it's where I cannot see the strike against gaming overall in general, because there's so much of a good side there too. But like I said, there are games I could see where they could relate to that side and why there is that whole thing of getting rid of game systems in your big supermarket stores and whatever. But whatever, enough vlog talk, enough on that. I don't know, we'll just want to keep things rolling, keep things consistent. That way, once October hits, we can just be completely set on going almost basically full-time YouTube without the title of full-time YouTube, because obviously I do work, I do have family, everything else, but I want to have at least daily videos or a stream going up every single day, or at least 4 times to 5 times a week. Just that's my ultimate goal I'm shooting for October. We also will need to be hardcore working on the fall winter showcase. I had to think about that for a second. I don't know why. I've only done 3 or 4 of them, so I should know what the title is at this point. But yeah, we're gonna have the fall winter showcase, which debuts everything that should hopefully come for fall winter. I know a lot of the showcases have been I don't want to say lackluster or anything, but where we haven't succeeded in doing everything that we said. And I know a lot of it is because of technological issues or things that just kind of where life decided to be oh, here's this thrown at you, and sorry, that's going to cancel a bunch of what you had planned. And I feel like that's kind of what happened for us for spring, summer, is life kind of said, hey, sorry, but this has got to happen first, so you're going to have to put some stuff on a hiatus and then work your way back. So we did do a pretty good job on doing some of the ideas we had, but I know we wanted to have already the wheel challenges basically and started, and a couple other things that we had in that video of co-op and versus stuff of okay, this is soon to come, because we wanted to be daily at that point. But then, like I said, PC errors, loss of data, loss of footage, a lot of just different things that happened. Some of them were own personal mistakes on not doing right scheduling and figuring out what should have been done right. But a lot of it was more so just life being well, sorry, but you gotta kind of have to, figure this out and deal with it yourself. Sorry. But it's all good. We prosper, we not perspire, we move forward and we keep strong and, keep our head up, because we just love what we do. you know, we love just playing some games, talking to you guys, and interacting with comments and chat and whoever else we can. We always love meeting new people and spreading the love around, and just, you know, hopefully just growing as a community all together and branching out and finding new people to kind of mesh with. You also can hit us up always on our socials. We have a Twitter at Moderate Gamer. We have an Instagram at The Moderate Gamer, where we do a lot of behind the scenes updates anytime we do a video, go live, anything like that. What else do we have? We do have a Discord. I do not know the link off the top of my head, but we always have the stuff down in the pretty little description down there that you can just click on and be like, oh, that's, you know, where I go to get a part of those things. So you can always join us, hit us up, talk to us, however seems easiest for you. And you're always welcome to even video chat or whatever you want. I really honestly do not mind, honestly, most of the time, as long as I am not in work or spending time with my family. I will probably always immediately answer a call, a DM, a comment, or whatever like that, because I do appreciate everything that you guys support us with. And even if it is a not so, you know, thing that's more a, the word I'm looking for, a not nice comment, what am I thinking of, a strike against the channel, something that you want us to work on or whatever, more just a, I don't know, there's a word I'm looking for, I just can't think of it in my head right now. My brain has turned to the off position, but you know, it's all good. But if, yeah, there's like an improvement or something that you think we could do better at, we respect those as well. We don't mind the harsh, you know, comments. We do not mind then, you know, anything negative or whatever. We want to be striving to be the best that we can. Like I said, a lot of has limited us on giving that a lot during this month and the months prior and all that, and a lot through our channel history. But we are working to become at least near what the mainstream of, you know, channels do and everything like that. But, you know, maybe even this is unique to someone. So it's like, hey, like even someone that maybe can't, you know, do it all can maybe do something like this, where they use a screen recorder and add their face cam, and that can at least give them some way of making content for those that are wanting to make content creation and thought, oh, I have to have this laptop or have to have a computer, or I have to have this certain way, and it's the only way to do it. Maybe lets no one know, like, hey, that doesn't matter. If you want to make content creation, you just try to go, and hopefully, you know, it works out. I mean, I'm still trying to figure it out myself, obviously. I'm still working on my commentary. I'm still working on so many things to hopefully give it the best product, and I'm still working day by day to try to improve and make better product, but at the same time, it's also limited on a lot of different factors, and it kind of stinks. But like I said, it will get better as we continue going forward with future coming with editing and art and all that beautiful stuff to be able to be added for maybe this series or other series going forward. Gotta kind of look what's going on the gameplay right now. I guess that matters, right? I know I joke about that every time that I do like these added face cam things, because I feel like I do more of the commentary than paying attention probably what is actually going on the screen. But, you know, it's all good. I mean, I just kind of, I get in my tangents and I kind of spew, so I apologize if you guys want play-by-play commentary on a lot of these battles. I will apologize, and that's why something that whenever we do our next series, whether it be live or not, we'll do definitely the like we used to, of the voices and more interacting with the game itself, and not just straight up around whatever comes in my head commentary. Kind of mix it together, you know, have a little bit of both, have that good mesh. I don't even know if these people had more Pokemon. That's how much I've been paying attention. They did not. Sweet. Yeah, let's just try to get as much grinding in, and then we can try that that gym leader again. The Shellos. Shellos. Go up here. If I can ride my bike. I did actually, big thing, because I know it's always something I complain about all the time with a lot of these videos that I use the screen recorder on my phone, is like the controller that's down here. Obviously it's all touchscreen, so I always complain about not having a controller for doing stuff if I wanted to use my phone. I hated not having a controller because it just wouldn't work well. It would not sense always my button presses, and it just wouldn't be as fast as what a controller would be. Well, finally, thankfully, iPhone's newest update lets you use PlayStation, Xbox, and even still the regular controllers that go with the iPhone and stuff like that, and third-party stuff. That now you can connect either via Bluetooth or an attachment or whatever you want to say to be able to use a controller. So I actually tested it yesterday, playing a bit of I believe it was Super Mario World, because it was a game obviously I played as a kid. So I was like, well, let's just see how a PlayStation controller works playing a DS game. And then I tried, or not a DS game, a Game Boy game, or a Super Nintendo game, either one. It's for both systems, I guess. More so it was originally for Super Nintendo, but either way it worked perfectly. Then I tried DS games. That's why I came in my head with DS games. I tried Super Mario 64 for like a world, just to kind of mess with the controls on that. And then I want to try an N64 one with it, and then I want to try GameCube as well, like just test all the systems to see how well it runs, and maybe that way, no matter what, if I somehow can't do stuff on my computer, it guarantees a way I can bring it even with my phone, and then add it to my computer and put the art all there. So there's always going to be some good way to keep content flowing, no matter what, whether it be through my phone, through my computer, or whatever. It guarantees it more so. So I'm very happy that they added that in the newest update and all that. So I'm very thankful and so glad I can finally use a controller, because it's been one of my biggest pet peeves with using this little thing that's down here next to the face cam. My face cam's technically covering the control stick, or D-pad, or whatever it is down there. I'm pretty sure it's a control stick for this game, but sometimes it's a D-pad. But yeah, it's like, that's literally what I have to click on to play any sort of game, whether it be, Game Boy, DS, NES, system-wise. Insert system here. That's how they all look, even PlayStation and stuff look. Also, I realized, actually, when I was playing through this game, like the police officers don't fight you unless it's nighttime. And I was like, that's an interesting little concept, that like at night, that's when they want to fight you, because they're like, oh, you being sketchy? You being sketchy? You want to take us on? All right, let's take it on. But during the day, they're like, you have to talk to them, and they just kind of tell you stuff, but they don't battle you. But at night, it's like, you know what? Why are you walking through here? Why are you walking through these areas and all that? But I don't know, I just thought that was interesting that they only battle you at night for the police officers. Honestly, I thought they would have more of like Poochyena, Growlithe, Electrike, I guess dog-type Pokemon than, I mean, I guess Hoodoo kind of makes sense, but I don't know. Like Machop, I don't know. I can argue each one why they would have those Pokemon, but it's like, meh. And I made that sound, it made me think of SpongeBob. I was like, meh, Squidward, meh, Squidward. I don't even know where I am anymore. I'm just literally just riding around on my bicycle. Thankfully, Professor Oak can't yell at me about it. Oh, that's Hawthorne. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point in the game. I think maybe I'm just trying to figure it out. Because I was like, with using the touchscreen stuff, like the controller is so sticky, so it's like, yeah, like giving little movement is like making like 5 movements on the controller. I know probably speed up doesn't help that either, but it just makes it run a lot better with speed up on, because it makes me make more progress. Like I said, that has been literally my only negative to Gen 4 was just the speed of it, because obviously without speed up on, it just makes it seem like it does run really slow. The health bars go a little bit slow, the battles kind of run slower, but I get that was because of the system that it was put on. I get that was not necessarily the generation itself, more so just the mechanics of the system it's in. So that's why an emulator really helps. But I definitely, I don't know, because like, I was thinking to myself, like, what seems slower, this or Gen 7? But definitely just the way Gen 7 flows makes it seem slower, because it's a lot of just talk. You're not actually battling. You're not feeling like you're doing something. You're just, like, standing here like someone, okay, like, I get you, like, talking to me, but can we just, get over to that guy and battle him, or can we go do what we need to do instead of hearing some pointless message about how probably Nebby got out of the bag again? I don't know. I haven't done the Ultra games though, so I need to definitely play those. I don't mind Gen 7. It has a lot of cool mechanics, but it definitely makes it hard for replayability. And I'm sure if I played the original on like Diamond, Pearl, Platinum on the DS, I probably would have, like my gut says it, I would have felt the same way about this game, how slow it ran, making me like, well, I kind of want to do the 1, 2, 3 generations because they just seem to run faster. But then again, I don't know, because it does let you battle and continue. Like, you still feel like you're kind of doing stuff, although it be it slow, you kind of still are doing stuff. It's not like you're just standing around or whatever. So, I don't know. Obviously, I didn't play Gen 4 back in when it came out, so I don't know what would have happened. Sadly, I didn't know of Gen 4 until way later. I think literally I was graduating high school, or, well, no, because it was 2008, so, because that's when Brawl came out, I'm pretty sure, when I even maybe heard of something of Platinum version and stuff like that, Diamond, Pearl, Gen 4. And I don't know when Gen 4 actually came out. I just know Fire Red and Leaf Green were the last ones that I physically bought and had. The Trophy Garden. Interesting. These little rooms remind me of like the SSN and stuff. Just like a little encounter area. I think I'm just trying to see what's here. Cricketoon. Die. I'm not interested in you. Definitely something I want to do for the future is trying to use different mons that I've never used before. I know anything after Gen 4 will be basically every single mon, but definitely Gens 1 through 3, I definitely would love to do some playthroughs or different ideas of using Pokemon that I just never had before. I think it would be good to experiment with some new mons. It definitely help also with like me whenever I do like maybe future showdown battles and stuff like that to, you know, learn the game a little bit better. Down goes the Roselia. I don't know what I'm doing. Apparently I'm just running into a lake. I literally look like a drunk person walking around right now. Love judging myself. Ooh, Weasel. Weasel? Weasel? I think that's how you say that. I'm not the biggest expert on Pokemon name pronunciations, so I apologize if I say any names wrong other than the ones that I say purposely wrong. Like Pokemon. Running away, just trying to continue forward. Could do a little bit of grinding, but you know, it's all good. Jesus, like an encounter every 1 second. Boom, punch in the face. And I know I mentioned this earlier, but whenever we do start this either as a live stream or actually with the art and everything, whenever the art returns and everything, once you see the art, my face came in its normal place and where it's supposed to be and how they normally look on other Pokemon channels, stuff like that, we will incorporate Gen 4 music and everything like that as well. But I know I'm about to wrap up here, so I thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you did enjoy. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. We want to work to our way to 300 subs. It means so much to us if we can hit that. Like I said, be sure to follow our socials for any and all updates. And once this battle wraps up, we will, you know, finish out the episode. But I thank you all so much for watching. It means so much to us that you guys are sticking through us through all this difficult time. It really does mean the world. And we will get better, I promise you. So we beat this guitarist, and that seems like a good point to wrap it up. I'll see you guys next time. Moderate Gamer signing out. Caca! Save the game. Bye.